Hi. Hello, what's up? I'm Inku, also known as Incommunicado, which is my real display name there. We are going to play some Minish Cap today and doing the any percent. Are you all ready? Because we definitely are. Take it away.
Yeah. And there is Tampa as well, who is basically the boss of this event, I think.
Basically.
And for Inku and I, it's our very first time here, very first time
very
running and
excited.
commenting. So
I'm just going to jump in here. Do you need to, did you have a file name incentive?
Oh, I didn't have a file name incentive, but if people actually want to say in the chat,
Well,
what should we be needing?
well, I do have a file name incentive for you if you can, if it's possible to change that and it won't affect the run.
Yes.
Can you get Latin characters up there?
Yes.
So the
they
file
are.
name, please, can we make it Viking,
Viking.
in lowercase?
Nice. Let's
That's
go.
V-I,
all
lowercase,
All
please.
lowercase.
I feel like a teacher, sorry. V-I-K-I-N-G.
Swedish style, that's good.
Nice.
Link to Viking, let's go.
And
Cool.
thank you for that, Viking.
put the text on fast mode.
Yep. And we are ready to go. So time begins when I select and press this button, but I'm actually going to start with an RNG manipulation. So we are going to be starting time a little bit later. So I'm going to reset. So we see the beautiful Game Boy BIOS on startup, and we have to wait for Eslo to blink 4 times for our manip. Can you explain that, Marco?
Yeah, of course. So I'm going to explain a bit about the RNG manipulation because there are going to be a lot throughout this run, and they're really fun.
I'm actually going to reset because I think I missed a blink. It's fine, it's fine.
You had one job.
Just focus, I'll do the talking.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, there will be a lot of RNG manipulation in this run. So I'm going to explain a bit about what our RNG manipulation is. So RNG stands for random number.
So time now.
RNG stands for random number generator. So it's basically a number that the game uses to determine like what will be the next thing in a pot or in a grass or the next attack of an enemy. So if we and also this number is influenced by a lot of factors like our own actions, but also the action of the other enemies in the room. So yeah, when we reset the game, we set the RNG at a point that we know, so that there are RNG manipulations that are known. So which what movements have we get to do in a precise timing to obtain the behavior that we want. And this RNG manipulation coming up is actually the easiest of the run because there are no enemies in the room. Of course, it's the first room of the game, so there are no enemies. So it's only our own actions. So it's we just have to do like something like 3 rolls, I think.
Yeah, 3 rolls.
And this time the RNG is to get a blue rupee. You'll see that rupees are valuable resources. Because we are going to need money to buy the object for the main quests. And yeah, so we can see here that we are going to start playing.
So Link wakes up.
And we do our 3 rolls.
Get ready to hear that roll sound all the time. Hop, 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 hop.
Yeah, indeed, we are going to be hearing that a lot.
So first we get the rupees in the chest, which is always the same rupee, which is 20 rupees, and then the pot should have a blue rupee. So that was the first manip.
First of many, as mentioned.
First of many to come, yeah. And then
Like all the others are going to be way harder than this one as well, so there might be some fail, hopefully not, but there are some backups as well if in case he gonna fail in manipulation for an item. And this tune is really good, and you only hear it once in the game.
I'm so hyped by this music already.
Yeah.
So you see that there is going to be a lot of text box in the beginning of the run. So we do something called mashing, which is basically pressing all the buttons all together. And you may think, well, this is easy, I could do it at home. And sure you could, but stretch before, because this actually can take a toll on the body. You could hurt yourself, guys.
So for the text mashing, you want to hold B the whole time, then you can press like any button, like the D-pad works as well. It's like if you have a stick, you can do the pole method, but that's not recommended. And you can see that's in Japanese. That saves a lot of time from the text in the game. But some of the glitches used are also Japanese exclusive compared to the US version. Then there's some other glitches in the European version that are exclusive to that, but they're not useful in speedrunnings.
And also the RNG manipulation is different in the other version, I think.
Yes.
And also the text is quicker, so yeah.
Time for the infamous soft lock here.
Okay, avoid it.
So if you roll into the minister here and start walking, start talking to him in the first possible frame, the game will soft lock you, and you can't do anything except resetting. Luckily, it's really at the start, the beginning of the run, so like if it will happen, it will not be too bad. But if you know about it, there's no way you get it in a run. Play it safe.
And here we are introduced to our main villain of this game. So this is not Ganondorf, this is Vati. So we'll fight him at the end. But for now, I think he's terrorizing us.
So there are 3 games in the Four Swords saga, and Vati is one of the bosses in all of them. And that's never been appearing since. So the beginning is quite slow in this game, and a lot of
Oh yeah, the
cutscenes or whatever, but like it's gonna speed up for
the last 2/3 of the game are going to be crazy with RNG manipulation and glitches. The first third, I'd say, is maybe a bit slower, but still fun. So stay until the end, guys.
Exactly.
And just like that, I became a YouTuber.
Looking at how Inku is spamming the D-pad like crazy right there.
I'm definitely going ham on it.
Gotta save the frames. It's important stuff.
Save the frames. You heard it first.
So you may think Inku does a lot of rolling around. Obviously, it's the quickest way to go around, but it's not that easy to time because you have to wait for the end of the first roll to do another one. You cannot just preload some rolls. So you have to be quite precise on the timing to not be too slow or too fast. And yeah, it may seem easy, but like it's a mechanic that is in the whole run. So though maybe later we'll get the boots, but. And yeah, this is not going to be one of the Zelda speedrun where we can go directly to the final boss with the glitch, because this game actually flags that you do all the temple correctly when you get the elements. So we'll have to do all the temples, but that means more time of fun.
So while we're on the way to the Deepwood Shrine, can I give a message from the hosting desk?
Absolutely.
So I do want to remind people, because we've had so many donations, which we are obviously incredibly grateful for, but so many of you are not claiming things back on them, and there are things that you can claim, like targets, rewards, and pulls. You don't have to choose between them. You can pick a reward, pull, and target with your donations. So right now we have open an incentive to see the Shadow Credits Warp Showcase in Sonic 06. You can also vote on the laser color in Sound Vortex and the sprite choice in the Link to the Past randomizer with crowd control. So essentially, who is going to be the protagonist of A Link to the Past? Will it be Bananas in Pajamas, Birdo, Goose, Neslink, Spyro, or Guy Fieri? And you can also pick up some Logitech gear in our rewards, such as the Logitech G52 Lightspeed headset, and we've also got a Yeti Studio mic on offer. Thank you.
I just want to mention, for those who don't know the game, the first mechanic we are introducing to. So this is Minish Cap, so there are going to be a Minish version of us and the normal version of us. So here we are introduced to the concept of Minish portals, and we also just met our best friend who's now sitting on our head, which is a talking hat named Eslo. And
Eslo loves to talk.
yeah. So yeah, just for your information, we are now headed to the Minish village in a very small size, I guess.
Yeah. First objective is to learn how to speak Minish, as there can be a lot of gibberish otherwise, so need to get the nut.
So interestingly enough, in the French version of this game, the Minish actually talk exactly in reverse, so you can actually just understand them if you read and mirror.
I think I remember reading about that in the Discord, but yeah, I didn't remember. When I made my first task of this game, one guy like rejected. I wanted to reject it because of the rolling sound. He couldn't stand listening to it all the time. So he voted no on my submission. So it can be a bit annoying, I suppose. So he's on his way here to the first dungeon. There you see the ones he has to find in the game.
So yeah, now we are headed to Deeproot Shrine, which is the first temple of this run. And it's going to be a temple with almost no glitch, except one little surprise. But yeah, so this temple is mostly, we have to be consistent and be careful about our positioning because there are a lot of enemies that we want to avoid. And also most of the time it's quicker to take damage than to actually kill or avoid the enemy, so we try to be mindful of our life too.
And the movement of these enemies are random, so you have to adapt all the time for what they're doing. This can be a bit tricky in some rooms.
So yeah, this is just going to be a bunch of puzzles and stuff.
I didn't hit you at least, so that can be more annoying.
That was
scary.
scary.
These two as well.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. I remember the first time I played this game, I was so fascinated by this barrel here.
Yeah.
That was kind of an interesting mechanic.
True.
Oh, you getting lucky?
Maybe I won't grow this pesto,
Nice!
which is the name given to the fly enemy.
Yeah, it's called pesto, but like, no one likes them because they're so annoying. Especially in the lily pad section that they're coming up to after you get the dungeon item. You've been quite lucky with the enemies over.
Yeah, they seem to be behaving today.
Probably cooking up
Yeah.
something.
Oh my god. Maybe we'll get a terrible slug room. So slug room coming just after this one.
Yeah, this room can be hurtful, but
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
just for showcase purpose, obviously.
Not much you can do. Well, you can stay and slash up the sword, but that takes forever, so that's nothing we want to do if you can avoid it.
Yeah.
So yeah, not much happening in this dungeon otherwise, just doing the objective quite the normal way. So here comes the first mini-boss.
So here we have to hit his nose and then his tail. And if we're fast enough, we can do it in 2 cycles. So here we get the gust jar.
Shoutouts to Sword on A, by the way.
Yeah, that's the thing in the community here. That some people are wrong that puts the sword on A, some people are right that puts the sword on B. So Inku is wrong sadly, but yeah, we're being nice, so you can have it way here. And this lily pad section is awful. Many reasons. Lily pad is very slow, and optimal movement you have to like alternate going change direction all the time. And here the pesto guys again that no one likes.
Just going to get rid of this guy.
So there was a surprise mention. I wonder what kind of surprise they're talking about, Nico.
Yeah.
So here we're going to die on purpose so that the lily pad doesn't transition into the next room, and then we place left with the gust jar that we hold, and then we release it at the left and we're out of bound just like that. So now we are introduced to the concept of layer 2, which is a layer of a higher elevation basically. So layer 1 is the lowest where we're at. So the game thinks we are above the game basically. And you'll see more of this later in the run. And then we got back to layer 1 by hopping off the ledge of the door.
It's how you can't like open the chest in this room, you have to jump down back to the layer. So here just for swag it looks cool to do, but otherwise it can be useful in later dungeons to skip quite a lot of it.
I have to mention, by the way, this strat is only for swag because it loses time.
Actually, yeah.
You weren't supposed to say that.
It's just for the love of showcasing.
Yeah.
But
Otherwise the whole dungeon is glitchless, so it's fun to show something in the dungeon at least, make it
Yeah.
interesting.
exactly, that's the spirit.
So here we have a very terrifying shoe. But since we're so little, it's actually real big.
It's a big boy. Yeah.
Yeah, remember choo-choos from Zelda? Now they're big, and we have to fight them. So here goes.
Our first boss. So yeah, basically you have to suck on his feet, I have no other way to say that, and wait for the head to fall. And we have to place ourselves on the side that the head first sways, so that he falls quicker.
Okay, 6 hits.
And we can do it in 3 cycles as well, if we're fast enough.
And for each cycle, you want to hit him a few times as possible, because he's laying down on like that timer. But the least amount is 6, and it can be up to 9 hits.
9 hits.
Yeah, so that's a bad one, but yeah, there's nothing you can do about it.
Ooh, I got lucky there.
Good. final round here. And that's the first boss done.
Yay! And we get our first out of 4 elements. Basically like the Avatar. Because it's the earth element.
So 5 dungeons to beat in the last one with only 4 elements. What about the 5th element? Shout out to that movie. Now we're gonna leave the forest and say goodbye for it. We're gonna revisit the forest once and then off and about later in the run.
Yeah.
But we're not gonna see the Minish with us anymore. Then we're gonna pick up the bombs, which is gonna be very useful. Of you need them in the game, and they are useful for some glitches as well, coming up later.
Yeah, bombs are often broken in a lot of Zelda speedruns, and this is no different.
By the way, what's up with this guy being away from the Minish village?
Let him live his life. Just want to be left alone. And we get out the bomb before, of course, we need it to explode so that we don't lose time. And now we are headed back to Hyrule Village.
Nice damage boost.
It's a wind crest that's gonna allow us to walk here when we get the ocarina. That's for later. Oh,
Guy in the way.
now we need to learn how to fuse. Or are we going to learn that?
Yeah, so there's going to be objects called kingstones of different colors. Blue, red, and what I forgot, green. So this guy introduces to the bag of kingstone. And we are going to fuse them with NPCs to get access to secret places. And here we reset the game because it's we soft reset because it's easier than to watch a cutscene.
And throughout the game, there are these sword masters that teach you different techniques. This one gives you the spin attack first that you need in the game for a few things.
So we learn our first move. Just like that, we're on our way. So now we have the spin attack. We're supposed to show it to a guard that is on the west side, but actually showing him this spin attack will take us a few seconds, and so we are going to do something else instead. And just pass him by.
The game has different spawn points, like when you fall down a hole or a water in this case, buildings should be respawned. Oh, that was nice!
Nice.
But the bricks don't reset your spawn point. So if you set up the spawn point, walk on the bricks, fall down the water, then you can be teleported back to the guard. And if you pause, you get the camera back, so you just can move earlier, and then you can bypass the guard. Otherwise, you have to show him how to do a spin attack. And there with the bomb, we did a glitch called roll lift. If you put down a bomb, then roll at the same time as you pick it up, then the bomb explosion is going to happen earlier. You know, it can be a short fuse, so to speak.
And here we got our first bottle, and our only bottle of the run, because the game you can have 4, but in this run we only need 1 bottle. And this is going to be useful for the story because we need to water some plant, but also to do death abuse later. And here we got, not for the fairy, but for the rupees, because there is stuff to buy later on.
Okay, I'm gonna try roll lifting that.
Oh, nice!
Oh my god!
Two. So it's a 1-frame trick, so...
yeah, frame perfect, by the way.
Yeah. And depending on what you try to do with it, you may lose time if you fail doing it. Because it's faster to otherwise pick it up, throw it as soon as you can, and then pick it up again, if you don't do the roll lift technique.
Okay, so speaking of watering plants, we are gonna be picking some Mountain Dew from the source. in order to make a green bean grow later on.
We still need more money.
We take the money with the swords, slash. So sometimes Eslo talks, it's called Neslo triggers, and most of the time we have to avoid rolling into them because then the game stops for a second. So those are at specific spots that Inku knows how to avoid. Avoid rolling in.
Yeah, so you have to specifically walk into the Eslo triggers.
There's some triggers that don't slow it down. Like, I don't know what the difference is between them in the code.
Yeah.
Like, some slow it down and some don't. But Ink has learned them all, so it's fine. Link is a strong Viking here.
Yeah.
In order to pick up the big seed. So the next item is gonna buy up here is the grip ring. So in the mountain, you need to climb these walls to get up to the top. This needs a grip ring for. And that's what they're gonna need 40 rupees for.
Oops.
So yeah, when I said there is a concept of elevation of layer 1 and 2, but the whole zone is coded in in layer 1, so here we could take the shroom, even though it seemed visually that it was not on the same layer, but it was. So this is not even considered a glitch. And here you can see our amount of money dropping down to 0 because we had exactly the right amount. Of course, everything is optimized to buy our grip ring to climb on the Mount's Prenal.
Climbing up this path can be quite annoying because these rocks that fall down onto you, and they ran on the panels. You might get hurt quite a bit here.
Yeah, we are hoping that we don't get hurt too much here.
Only one, that's good.
We got
Nice.
no hits. Nice. And here we... fuck.
You gonna try it anyway?
So, okay. Here we do a fun glitch that was found on a Discord. And
That's so sad. I'm going to try that again.
okay. So yeah, bombs are an important resource, and here we are kind of wasting them to do a trick that is actually losing us time.
Shoutouts to Kato, by the way.
So that's
But it's fun to watch.
it's a glitch that I know for many years, but like sadly there's no use to do it here.
So basically when we time it right, we get exploded out of the trigger zone that makes us fall, so that we don't fall and we can walk on the air, which are coded as walk-in tiles, actually.
Probably the slowest rolling puzzle in the game.
And here we are going to push some rocks for a while, so if there's any donations, feel free.
I love how you picked the exact point when I started eating a brief. Trash.
Yeah, I was watching you, I was waiting for this.
Well, I do have a message from the host desk because it's been a while. I've been sitting looking at this number for a little while, realizing we're really not that far away from 25k raised for Make-A-Wish. So maybe we can make that happen in the next few hours. We do have a milestone to meet, so if we break through 25,000 and a little bit more, we will have beaten there it right is on stream on cue. We will have beaten the amount raised at ESA Summer 2015 So we love reading your donations and we love seeing them. They're all going to a fantastic cause.
Pushing stuff around.
Yeah, lots of these block puzzles up in the mountain. Oh, you don't have any bombs for the switch.
Yeah, we have no bomb left.
Oh no, what shall we do?
Some backup bombs here.
And yeah. And here we take the red rupees because we still need more money for next item.
There's one more thing to buy, yeah.
And more pushing.
And yeah, some pots are random, but some pots we already know what's what's inside. So like the bomb and the red rupee, we know that it was there, but other pots are dependent on the RNG.
There will be some even a place to get the Kinstone from Grass later on, which is a tricky one to do, but hopefully we'll see that happen. So I'll come next here to the second dungeon, Cave of Flames. And the first like third of the dungeon is gonna be pretty normal, but then things are gonna happen. So this is where the game starts to get cool. With the
Yeah.
things.
This is a broken dungeon. Okay. Jacopo?
Thankfully there's some hearts at the start of the dungeon here that you can use to fill up.
Yeah, I'm gonna refill.
So yeah, here we are entering Cave of Flame, our second temple. And we are a bit low on health, so we take those hearts that are always there.
First time taking hearts, by the way.
Yeah.
So you only push down before going up to activate the trigger. Because by rolling it instantly, they're gonna get the slowest at the trigger.
And yeah, we don't even take what's inside the chests, because we're cool. And we don't need that map.
And this is always fun. I wonder what makes that minecart move anyway, like... There's no engine to it or anything, it just moves on its own.
Ooh.
Ooh! Nice.
Okay. Going to get this guy. Come here. Thank you.
It's trolling me.
This battle went pretty well because sometimes it can be annoying. We cannot hit them directly in the face while they have their kind of mask.
So in the next room is where the magic's gonna happen. The first part of the magic in this dungeon, rather. That magic is, of course, the roll lift on the pot. You're gonna get it?
Absolutely.
The roll lift, as mentioned before, with the bombs can be useful in other places as well.
So here we don't forget to take the money here.
Yeah, thank you.
Just in case.
You need to be further away.
And we are about to do another fun glitch called diagonal retention angle.
Angle
Again,
retention.
retention, the other way around. So basically the goal is that we use the hole on the top left to retain a value of diagonal, and we don't press any other direction while headed to the chest, so that we keep our diagonal and we advance with our sword, and then just like that our pillar moves diagonally. So we put it in the place of a transition tile so that we cannot go into the next room, and then we still get what we need inside the chest. So we pull it back. So since we deleted the tile of transitions, we can just roll around here, do a precise number of rolls, and just like that we skipped a few rooms.
Very nice.
And here we are headed to a scripted battle that is really fun to watch, I think.
Nice.
Nice. So that went well. Because those guys can also be annoying if we don't kill them right away. When they turn solid.
That gave him the cane of Paki. Yeah,
Paki.
many different ways of saying it. I don't know what the official way is, but yeah. Whatever you suits, it's your favorite.
In French, it's called the jumping cane, I guess.
Jumping cane, okay.
Yeah, bâton sauteur. So I guess you can call it that instead of patchy.
And here it's faster to take damage than to avoid those things.
Ooh, kill all the bats.
Okay, second diagonal anger retention coming right up. So we put this guy in the pillar here. Another one there. And we keep our diagonal. Yay!
So nice looking.
So we're trying to do a setup here. So now when we push, we get across into layer 2.
And then you can go right to the boss, skipping several rooms as well as the boss key itself.
And here we take this ferry because we need it.
Woo!
We need it. We need it for a later death abuse glitch. So it's not a security ferry or where we can just die and be reviving.
Second boss. It's just a slow fight.
So this is Gleerock, yes. Here Inku does a strat where he has the exact frame to push by leaving his sword there.
It's very important to look at the walls. Something on the walls.
So they are drawing of this boss on the wall, so that's what Inku's showcasing here.
Also
showing
here.
here.
All on the sides. There are many newcomers to the game that still haven't seen those faces, so it's always fun to point them out in case someone doesn't know. And that's with all the like Zelda bosses or Nintendo bosses. Well, even though this Capcom, but yeah, there's 3 faces or like everything all the time. Classic number.
And this boss is also in 3 cycles, yes. And we're trying to get him to go south because it's the quickest.
That's fine.
It's fine. And also something to notice is that at the end of yeah, it's our second boss. So first of all. Something to notice is that when we finished a boss fight, Link was really slowly towards the center. So the goal in every boss fight is to end the fight the closest as we can as the center, so that we avoid this slow walking. And we have our second element.
And the game now wants you to go back to the castle to upgrade this sword with this power of the force sword. But we don't want to do that. just gonna go talk to some guys and then leave the mountain in some mysterious ways.
And coming right up is a really important glitch called Crenel Clip. So what we have to do is we equip our bottle and we are going to empty it at the same time as we read a sign. So it doesn't not really empty it, but it's to put us in the bottle states where enemy cannot hit us. So we're invulnerable to enemy. And then we push this guy, we lure this guy in a very specific position, this crab guy under a rock. We try to lure them right here, and then we put ourselves in a very specific position, and we lost bottle state, so we have to do it again. And so by putting him in a really specific spot, then we push against him. And in the game, the push value is the same value as jumping off a ledge.
Woo!
So you have 1 frame to jump down the ledge. So if your value is not set correctly, you can't. You're gonna be pushed out in bounds again.
So now we are out of bounds. So this skips a whole series of rooms, and it also skips a big cutscene. But the thing is that in the normal games, if you do the thing in correct order, now you have to get back to the sanctuary and get clones. Which are a mechanic where Link clones himself, and here we are not going to do that. So there will be other glitch to compensate the fact that we don't have clones to use in the part where we need them. And here we are going on a quest because we need those boots to get faster and also to continue the run. But this guy just fell asleep without giving us the boots, so we have to wake him up first. So this is the boot quests.
I feel like you might be talking to some Minish very soon.
Yeah.
So when we talk to those Minish, if we hear a Jacopo, I want the whole crowd to give us their best Jacopo.
Okay, we just talked to them. They went, hi. Yeah, lots of characters do funny sounds in this game. I love it.
Yeah, you get here a lot more than in the 100% category instead. It is a very fun category of this game. I didn't get to talk to most people. People and animals even.
So how can we wake this guy up, you may ask? Well, we're headed to a witch hut. But first we have to do some little puzzles, so if you have any other donation or just want to remind people to donate.
Yeah, I will remind people to donate. I will give a message of my own at first because I tend to accumulate a bit of a reputation as a kind of a lore master for a lot of games here, so I can tell you it really should be the Cane of Pachi. Because the Japanese name for it is the Pachi no Tsue, so it literally means the cane of patches. So we're talking about patches there. But in other news where I'm not just trying to steal attention and make myself look good, I can remind you why we're here. Because we are here raising money for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. We are so proud to be partnering with them for a second year. And Make-A-Wish has granted so far over 615,000 wishes to improve the lives of children living with critical illnesses. And that is where all of your donations are going to go. Not just now, but from now until the end of this marathon on Saturday. So thank you for all your donations so far. We would love to see some more, especially because we're so close to that 25k mark.
So here, the money that we've accumulated, well, we can buy a magic mushroom to wake the guy who should give us boots up. When we get the boots, you'll see that the run gets crazier and crazier because we are going to have a lot of RNG manipulation and glitch side by side. So prepare yourself.
Yeah, it's going to get crazy.
Yeah, many years back there used to not be too many useful glitches in the game. We had pretty much one that was useful. And then like more things found and more things found and I kept finding more things. And then your demon replacement was added to that as well, so this game has evolved quite a bit from where it was.
Now we have the boots, so we can get quicker. And while we're at it, I am going to explain a bit in advance what we are about to do, because we're going to the swamp and Inku is getting the bow. And while Inku is getting the bow, I will explain the next RNG manipulation because it's so precise timingly that Inku has to rely on audio cues. So that's why I explain in advance that in the next RNG manipulation, the goal is to get 2 green kinstones. And also, we want to manipulate the behavior of an enemy called a Pihat to be in a place where we want him to be so that we can go on and do the next glitch. So here we are getting the bow before the manip.
This room is one of the worst in the game, in my opinion. Because these are hard to optimize because they're so random.
Oh, I would like that, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
We get the bombs and the bow. And now we are going to reset, and remember, you have to see 1 green keystone, a second green keystone, and then a Pihat has to be where we want it to be. So if any of those things is not here, we are going to reset again. Let's go. And it's here. Perfect.
Very nice, man. That's the first part of the trick. Take the second part.
So now we have to get this guy without killing him, and we have to blow at him sometimes because we don't want him to get to wake up, and we want to place him in a very specific position so that we can go into layer 2 because the bridge is in layer 2, and we are trying to not pass by the layer of transitions. That's done. So now we are in layer 2, so we can walk above everything. So this allows us to skip a whole part where we have to go look for the 3 gold kinstone, and we also all these rooms that you see here. So we skip a lot of things here, and we arrive directly in our next temple, and we reset again to do another RNG manipulation.
A lot of things happening in a row.
Yeah, this will be a lot. This is maybe the busiest time of the run. So, like I said earlier, we don't have our clones here, so we are going to do glitches to bypass that. And so the goal here will be to manipulate the behavior of an enemy you'll see in a sec. So in this room there are a lot of enemies, so we have to move very quickly because the RNG changed a lot. And here we manipulate this guy so that we can... Oh. We have to do it again. We try to sneak in between the two guys.
Okay, that's fine.
And so we reset the manipulation.
There is a backup in case it fails the first time, but not the second time, so
Yeah.
in case to reset and redo it again.
This may not look like it, but it's really hard to do RNG manipulation like this because, as I said, there are a lot of enemies moving around that change it. And you have to do a glitch just after the RNG manipulation, so that's 2 difficult things to chain. So here, perfect. We sword turn and we get the lever. So sword turning is basically trying to turn with the sword without moving. So that's to stay in our spot. And we got the third green keystone that was also part of the RNG manipulation. So in total we need 4 for this run. So we only need 1 left. And now the RNG manipulation is actually still on, despite all the movements that we do. Those enemies in the room also change a lot the RNG, so we have to be really fast or precise timing. And coming right up is the fight against the Darknet. So Darknet are kind of enemy that is really annoying to fight, but thanks to the RNG manipulation, their behavior can be controlled so that it's a lot more easier to fight them. So this is the Darknuts. And with the RNG manipulation, it would just will go straight to the wall and we pin him like this. And we get our green keystone, so that's our fourth green keystone. We even had a backup for this one, but we didn't even need it. So we have our 4 green keystone and you see the use in a bit. Whew.
Another roll lift, very nice.
Another, yeah. Going crazy today.
And here we get the mittens and we chain this with another RNG manipulation.
So apart from the green kingstones, we also need a red kingstone for an upcoming sequence break. That's what we will hopefully get now.
So here we get our red keystone. And then we are in the same room again and we are going to manipulate the behavior of this enemy so that he plays at this very specific position so that we can sneak into in between. And then another glitch where we put a bomb and we press diagonally with the mittens so that we get behind the portal, and then we have a window of exactly 5 frames to do this.
Wow.
So,
what's been going on here?
Yeah, we were in layer 2 again, and then we jump off the ledge to get him back into layer 1. And this is the boss of the dungeon, but funnily enough, it's the easiest part of the dungeon because we are done with all our glitch and manip for this dungeon. So now we just have to beat this scripted boss, so ironically this is the easiest part.
Going through the hands. Looks nice.
So we have to put arrow on this end, and then we go in his mouth and we kill the pillar that has an eye. And we have to repeat this 3 times, again in 3 cycles. And the eye is never on the same pillar twice in a row. So we can deduce place where it's not going to be. And
Okay, so what do we think? Left or right?
I'm a lefter.
yeah, it was inconveniently in the middle, so this did not give us clue on which side to go. Aye.
Sorry.
Wrong side
That's
there.
fine, that's fine.
Okay, it's the worst RNG. Okay, perfect. And then 1 cycle left. And also we take damage on purpose because there is soon a death abuse coming up. So it's not because Jinku is bad. No, it's not on purpose. It's on purpose, like I was saying.
Let's hope for a middle one.
Let's go. Ah.
Wow.
Oh, actually getting pretty bad RNG today.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, boss is dead.
Third boss.
And I think I heard a donation sound before.
Yes, you did. So at the end of this dungeon, you have found a anonymous donation to the total of $6.90. Thank you very much for that, anonymous donor.
And here we don't get an element, we get the ocarina.
The most cracked item in the game.
So now we have been collecting green kinstone, 4 green kinstone as you see, but you don't know why at this point. So it's because we are trying to fuse our Kinstone with the Tingle brothers, and there are 4 of them.
Yeah, 4.
4 of them, like 4 green Kinstone. Okay, that makes
3
sense.
others.
So this one and 3 brothers, right? So fusing with them, it allows us to get the boomerang, which will be useful to do glitches later. So this is why we've been collecting green Kinstone.
So as mentioned before, I've been testing this game a couple of times, and when I finished my second test, I said that I will never test this game again until the flipper skip is being found. And this is one of the glitches that allow you to skip the flippers.
And it came out a week after, right?
Not that close by, but yeah, short after I finished the run, like this was found. So I eventually had to make a third task. Never again, I'm done.
The next Tingle brother, we actually have to do a glitch to get to him because we still don't have clones. So here we are unlocking the portal, and we are going to do something called Ocarina glitch fused with Disabuse. So the goal here is first we save, because if we die and we succeed, it's not fun. We're trying to get this door to open at the same time as we die, so that it stays open, just like this. And then we can perform an Ocarina glitch where we have to press up and then 1 frame later to press the Ocarina. So we know that it worked if we hear the Ocarina just like this, but we don't see the animation of the Ocarina. So now the position of the portal are resetted, so we can just jump like this.
Very nice.
Woo. So yeah, the Ocarina glitch you'll see a lot of, because it makes we can do some crazy stuff with it. So like we see resetted portal, but it kind of freezes time. So you'll see also, I don't spoil it, but there will be a very useful use of this later. And here we fuse with this guy to get a portal for later.
So this is the stranger from Hyrule Town. No name, I guess. Okay. And RNG time. Very
Nice.
So that fairy doesn't always appear in the tree, but there's a backup for it in case it wasn't there.
And here we get to the last tingle.
I just wanted to show him my cool mitts.
So here we have the 4 trees that are opening up thanks to the tingles. So we have to press the switch in all of them. And while Inku will be pressing all the switch to get the boomerang useful for our later things, I will explain a bit where we're at in the game. Because if you play this game casually, you know that the next temple headed for us is the Temple of Droplets. But to get there, we need to swim in water. So we have to do a quest where we get flippers, an object called flippers to swim. And if you play the game, you know that this quest is really, really long. You have to talk to a lot of people. You have to do solve a lot of puzzles. You have to turn Minish to Newman, to Minish to Newman. And yeah, you have to put books back in the library, I don't know. And and so we are going to do something else to skip all of this. And you'll see in a bit.
Yeah, we don't really care about swimming when we can be Jesus in this run. We are gonna be walking on water.
You just spoiled it. I was holding it.
Ah, sorry.
Oh my god. So yeah, like I said, the Ocarina use has a lot of purposes, and one of them is to walk on water, because Yeah, like the game is frozen, the tires go walking tires, I don't know.
The water is frozen too, so you can walk on it. It makes sense.
So here we are going to do the same thing, where we die at the same time as we open the door, so that the door stays open, and when the door is open, we can do our ocarina glitch, but first saving, of course. So the hour is there to time it perfectly, perfect, and then the ocarina glitch. First time! Let's go!
And there are some restrictions in this ocarina. It's like if you bunk a wall, if you roll, then you're gonna get soft locked.
So then, yeah, we just walk on the water, perfect. And just like that, we are on the 4th temple.
Can we get some oi oi oi?
Yeah, you may not hear them, but they did it really, really loud. I don't know if it showed up in the mic though.
Ah, no. Damn. Okay. I try it.
Okay, yeah, we failed the
classic.
ocarina. Okay, perfect.
That's fine.
So we did another ocarina glitch just there, so that we can walk on this void. And then we switch to layer 2 thanks to the stair of transition, and then we go back to layer 1. And then we do small puzzle to get our key.
Okay. So.
And no one likes ice physics.
Oh yeah, nobody
So
does.
frustrating.
It's really well-made physics for a GBA game, by the way.
Oh yeah, this is a game that came out more than 20 years from now, so... So we get the boss key, and with the boss key we can do a boss door clip, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The magical boomerang has some magic powers.
So the goal is to get our boomerang at the same time as we enter, so that we don't transition to the next room, and then we place ourselves at a specific spots. Woo!
Very nice.
And just like that, we are back into layer 2, and we get directly to the mini boss of this dungeon, which is another chew, but this time it's blue.
And it's
And
got
electric.
electricity. Yeah. So fun fact, we could have went directly to Octo, the final boss of this dungeon, but we didn't because we need the lantern from this boss to actually,
It's him.
yeah.
So it's the same strat as the one before, except that he's sometimes electric, so we cannot hit him always.
9 again. Wow.
Yeah, you're unlucky with the two. See a 6.
Five.
Best one.
Almost.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, we got our lantern. So what is coming up is the biggest glitch of the run, and basically the reason for the whole route. So coupled with the RNG manipulation, if it's too easy if we don't do it at the same time. So the glitch coming is called Octoclip, and it's a frame perfect glitch. And there is 60 frames in there is 60 frames in a second, yes. So you can imagine how precise one frame has to be. And so here we do the setup. And we're basically the only one in the room, but for some reason the rock does a shine that change also the RNG, so we still have to be on quite on a timing. And here we do the setup of the glitch. So we put this spot here, and then we have to push against it and press diagonal and push R again with exactly 20 frames of difference. So hold your breath there. Okay, run trial. We have a limited amount of trial before the RNG is lost. So second attempt. Okay, I think Hinku has an incentive that they have to donate money every time they lose.
Yeah.
So I conveniently mention it there. So yeah, it's 20 frame.
Oh.
Perfect! Woo! Third try. Oh, nice. So yeah, frame perfect is really, really hard. It's a timing that they had to focus like for the past few days to get right here. So now the RNG is still on our side. So for controlling the RNG, we have to look at also the visual cues. And those are given to us by these rocks that are falling a bit everywhere. Actually, the place where the rocks are falling are indicating us where we are in the RNG, and then Inku does a certain amount of rolls to compensate it to stay on the right RNG. And the RNG in this boss fight is used because this boss can have very annoying pattern that make lose us like 30 seconds or 1 minute if we're really unlucky. So this is why we use the RNG here, to get the easiest pattern where it just throws rocks at us and it doesn't swallow us. So this is going well for now, I think. So still looking at where the rocks are falling. Doing the amount of rolls corresponding to this.
That was 8, I think.
And then, perfect.
Okay.
Yay!
Beautiful setup there.
Woo! Wow, that was really good. And also placing ourselves next to the middle of the room, remember? So Inku did all that while keeping track of the RNG and the...
So it's only one major dungeon left to go. Which, thanks to the mysterious man we fused with earlier, we can actually go there at once. But we still need to clone the third dungeon and the last dungeon. We can take not a detour technically, but as in the game wants you to go here. But we're gonna go to the higher castle to upgrade our sword before we can go to the next dungeon.
There's a puzzle at the start of the next dungeon that we cannot skip yet, I think.
We've been trying for years, but yeah.
Yeah, we've been trying. Shoutouts to the community. And so we need our 3 clones, our 2 clones and the original Link in order to complete that and actually progress through the dungeon. So this is gonna be a first visit to the sanctuary, where we are going to fuse our elements that we got in each of the 3 main dungeons we did. And I think it's time for some donations, I guess.
If only.
I'm gonna come in here with something that I saw before, Tompa, and I didn't call you out on it. Somebody suggested, maybe task figurines as a category. Maybe that would go hard.
Oh my.
Well, I did thought that's more like a joke, 100% task many years back with this game. But the routing for a task or the manipulation required for it is insane. And I refuse to do it. And the last task I did for this game took me about 5 years to finish. And it took a long time mostly because of RNG. But it's also very hard to optimize tasks for this game. And after that run, I said I'm done with this game, tasking-wise, so I will not make another one, no matter what. I'm sorry, guys. But I know people in the community are doing tasks. There's, for example, a fire rod task being worked on. That is a very cool concept. With a leftover item in the game that has a lot of interesting side effects.
Indeed.
So if you can look that or run up, I will recommend it. It's really interesting. But nothing more from me. Sorry, guys.
So yeah, here we have all of our cutscene at once because it was supposed to be the second time that we go to the sanctuary, but here we did it for the first time. So Hinku had to soft reset to get the second cutscene to put the last element in place. And here we use the portal that we fused earlier. And we are going to use the Ocarina glitch again. Can you guess why? It's another purpose for it. That we can just be really rude to people.
Excuse me?
And just like that we pass them by.
Excuse
Ooh,
me?
voila. So many first time Ocarina glitch is beautiful.
Yeah, by the way, did we mention it's frame perfect?
So in the second room here is where we need to have the clone ability. And there's so many ifs in this room that will allow us to skip it. So like, it was an S-Link trigger, it was stairs, it was like a lot of things. This block could be skipped, but
And
so far we
here-
don't have anything.
We use our clone for the first time. Finally.
Yeah. Even though we don't want to clip by this block.
The thing with clones is that if you get hit to you or one of the clones, you lose the clones. So it can it takes a bit of time to invocate the clones. So it's important when we have the clones to not get hit, to not lose much time. So here we didn't get hit, of course. Hitting the stuff diagonally so we avoid an Neslo trigger, and also it's quicker. And then we are headed to a fun fight that is also scripted but hard to do it right. So we are trying to kill them on the spawn every time.
Playing tennis.
Good fight.
Perfect! So those enemy kind of appear, disappear, appear, disappear. So if we kill them when they spawn, it's really so much quicker.
So I come with the first skip in the dungeon. Normally I have to go to the right to do a little
So we do
puzzle.
the dream
Dream jump.
Dream jump,
Yeah.
where we skip the other portion of the room by just going there.
I don't think I've heard the term dream jump before, actually. Why are you calling it dream jump?
Because it's
I don't know.
Dreamy that discovered it, I think.
I don't think it was dream.
Okay, then it's a nightmare
Oh.
jump, I guess.
Oh my god.
Okay, so here we just died to reset a subpixel, and then we place at a pixel perfect position there to again try to go into layer 2. Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Interesting.
weird. So we're trying to go in between, yes.
Very nice. See, this dungeon is completely broken because of this.
And here we do warble hop. So it's another diagonal angle retention, I think. Or
Yes.
something of the sort. Ooh, where we go again into layer 2, above the world. Let's go. This dungeon has a real lot of fun movements with the cape and everything that we can fly. So I think it's fun to watch. I believe I can fly. Those guys really hurt bad, so we're trying not to get hit.
So an old route in this dungeon required you.
And shall we get the key in flying? Yeah!
Yeah.
There was an old route in this
This is
dungeon
mostly
before
for the show.
to use the ocarina glitch when those enemies were killed. But luckily with the boomerang we can do a different strategy instead to go to the final boss here. No, the boss in the dungeon.
And here another boss door key to do a boss door clip. So we do the same strat with the boomerang that we get at the same time. Perfect. We can see some fun texture that the dev left for us on the sky. And just like that we skip a lot of the dungeon and we go directly to the boss.
Yeah, basically we skipped the second half of the dungeon.
So here the boss is Georg and they have a lot of eyes and the goal is to use our clone to kill the eyes at the same time. And there are certain patterns that they do where it's possible with a specific placement to not use our clones, so we'll see how it goes. And yeah, like I said, when we have our clones we're very vulnerable, so we're trying to not get hits on us or any clones. Nice. Ooh.
Oh, that's too bad.
See the loading time it takes to with the clones. So that can be an annoying thing. Ooh, so this pattern we can do with that. Okay, nice. So we just did this pattern without using the clones, thanks to a very specific placement that was not easy to do. Perfect.
I think that deserves a donation, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I would love to read it, but first I'm going to have to place my eyeballs back into my head because honestly, this has been unbelievable. The ocarina glitches that Inco is pulling off are just phenomenal alone, never mind all the other tricks that they're doing.
Oh, thank you.
I've never seen Inkudos so much on the first time.
So we have a $15 donation from Q Natrix, who has just given us the message. Ooh woo.
Ooh woo.
Ooh woo. They have voted in our poll for the laser color in Sound Vortex. They want to see blue and yellow. And they've also contributed to a target, so they're bringing us slightly closer to seeing the Shadow Credits Warp Showcase in Sonic the Hedgehog later tonight. Thank you for that, Q Natrix.
Normally in this cutscene you're not supposed to have done the boomerang side quest. The stairs not supposed to be here. So it gets a little bit fun animations from it.
So basically I'm smurfing these moblins. Too skilled with the boomerang. Okay, Eslo backstory time.
So yeah, we just learned that the hat we've been carrying on our head the whole time was actually an old man sitting on our head. And I don't know about you, I find it kind of disturbing actually.
True.
Oh yeah, by the way, because we skipped a cutscene earlier, we can just enter the sanctuary here without doing any maze with the guards. So we skip. We can use the main entrance, and it's very convenient. We don't have to play the hide and seek game. And we port our last elements. Let's go.
It's a long cutscene coming up here, so I heard we have a new donation, so that can be read, for example.
Sure. Ready for me now?
Go for it.
Okay, so we have a $5 donation from Dregan, who says, "This game, it was my childhood, but since I was so young, I was never able to get past the first dungeon.
Oh,
Now,
So relatable.
true, true.
now I get to see the rest of the game. Good luck, Inku."
Yeah, my father would always do these bosses for me because I was so scared.
Me too, my mother did. And she's actually watching, I think.
Hello.
Hello, mama. Hello, mom.
By the way, this cutscene is kind of boring. I need to play some Minish Cap on my GBA. What's this?
Remember, the file name is Viking.
Okay, it's actually ending right now. Shoot.
You almost beat the game in the Game of Ons, though.
He's the really mean guy again. Bullying us.
Indeed. Link is crying on the floor.
Just get good.
Now the castle has been turned around to the dark part of the castle. And the scary music playing.
Yeah, basically Vati is having a party and he entirely redid the design on Haru Castle.
And here we're trying to defreeze people at the same time as the president is talking to us, so that we can move in between where we couldn't as else. So we are skipping a bit of time here. Oh.
So close.
And here we are going to do another star clip, hoping this guy doesn't bother us too much. Oh,
Yeah.
just kill him.
This guy is going to be...
A pain. Okay, so it's also a pixel perfect placement here that has a 50-50 chance of working, so perfect.
Hey,
Very
50-50,
Ooh.
exactly.
So this stunning as well is going to be quite broken as well, thanks to the Ocarina glitch and the that clip you saw here.
Yeah, we'll see at this door that we don't do the dungeon in the right order. We just leave to reset our spawning points. And then we're trying with the bomb to activate those stuff without cloning ourselves. Yeah! Perfect!
That's actually pretty difficult to do. Only loses you like 10 seconds if you fail it, but
We want all the seconds on our side.
save the frames.
Save the frames.
And here we start loading before, because it's the right timing so that we can directly clone ourselves and go around this thing without the green thingy hitting us.
We need to get 4 keys in the dungeon, one for each. From each tower is the original game gave us attention, but we get them in
And
different
here
order.
we do RNG, right? Or is the...
Not yet.
No, it's the next one.
We're going to do Ocarina glitch.
So,
Get another key.
no RNG, just a small Ocarina glitch. Too strong.
I'm avoiding a Neslo trigger there, which is a big line in the middle. I'm just going to take this as a precaution. Safety bombs.
And now to repeat the same thing again, pretty much.
And this is the final stretch of the dungeon until we meet the last boss. Nice. Getting a lot of first and second tries OGs. Okay, surely that's good.
So here the goal of the RNG manip is to get the easiest patterns with the dark nuts again. We are going to have some to beat. And here the position of the mummies
Okay.
indicates to...
North-northeast is +1.
Exactly.
So that's the most common one. Okay, am I going to be doing a very funny glitch that is actually useless here?
Nice.
Nice! So because I'm +1, I'm going to shave a roll until these ball and chain soldiers guys in the next room. Oh!
Not bad.
Perfect fights.
Oh no. Okay.
So yeah, once again we use the Ocarina glitch to walk on the void tiles.
I'm going to add this.
Nice. Are the manipulation still going for the next fight here as well? So hopefully we can keep it up.
So we don't need to... Oh, okay. Nice. We don't need to beat all the darkness that we just saw up here because since we're doing some glitch, we already have some keys.
Oops.
And here... ooh,
I'm just going to walk on the void.
are we doing the
Yeah.
angle retention again? Perfect.
Okay.
So...
Okay, it's fine, it's fine.
Okay, well...
I'm just going to
yeah,
skip
the
it.
safe way. Because there's this menacing hand.
Yeah, I don't feel too comfortable around floor masters. These are enemies in the most Zelda games that take you back to the dungeon usually, so
Quite
I'm going
risky.
to try to avoid that. And here's Vati soon.
Here we actually have all our 4 keys to get the boss door key. So it's another RNG manipulation that we're in, and the goal here is to maintain the RNG manipulation for as long as we can. Because it's optional to win the game, of course, but the more we have it, the more easier the pattern of the boss are, and the quickest we can solve all of this. So we have a Dark Nut fight coming, and then 3 phases of Vati. And I think it was never showcased in an event before the RNG last until the beginning of the 3rd phase of Vati. So we'll see if Hinku can pull it off.
Maybe.
It's a possibility. I know I said it multiple times, but I cannot stress enough how hard the RNG manipulation actually is. Because every action that you do has to be so perfectly timed. Here we pin him against the wall like this. On to the next one. And the third one.
That's
Yay!
good so far.
That was the Darknet fight going as well as it could. You may not have noticed it in this game, but the Darknet can be a real pain because they shield themselves a lot. So if they don't have the pattern where they're going against the wall, it's hard. And now it's phase 1 of Vati. So
Very nice, as planned, as planned.
So
It's not over yet. Also got the
first phase, and we still have the RNG, right?
Yeah, that was Manipped Vati 1.
So on to Vati 2.
And we still have it.
We have to hit the eyes. Here we actually do spin attack because it sets the health value of the boss directly to a certain value, and it's...
Oh no!
Oh! Okay, we messed up the RNG,
That's
but
fine, that's fine.
it was still really good. Like, it's so hard to do. So yeah,
Good job anyway with that manipulation there.
phase 2.
Okay, sadly no Vati 3 manip, but it's fine, it's fine.
And you have to have some recent donations before the final fight here.
Okay, I will try and get through them quickly. So we have a $10 donation from Man Indoors, who has asked, what's your favorite game to task, Tomper?
Donkey Kong Country, probably.
Yeah.
Nice, we can maybe chat about that a bit more after. I got $23 from Maeve, who has said, this Minish Cap run was incredible. Thank you for showing it off. And Maeve has put that donation towards playing as Spyro in the Link to the Past crowd control randomizer. And lastly, I have a $10 donation from Nev Flynn, who says, congratulations on a solid run. Been enjoying it while resting in my room. Great job, and thanks for showing off how cool Minish Cap can be.
Thank you.
And they've put that towards playing as Guy Fieri in Link to the Past crowd control randomizer. Thank you so much for those. We are getting just about $300 away from that big 2,500.
And here is the last phase coming up. So we are waiting for this guy to plant his arm on the ground. And...
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Okay, perfect. And we are close to the portal, so it's very convenient. And now we have to find the eyes that is not like the others and beat them up, so kind of bullying the difference. Not really nice, actually, to do this.
Oh, fast arm.
Oh,
That was close
a
to not
nice
working.
instant entry.
Oh. Ah,
I And you may not have seen it, but fun fact is that when we are sitting on the portal, the Vati cannot actually harm us. So here we have to put back the balls to his face, and we have to do it 3 times. So that was 1 time.
Yeah, so time is coming up.
Yeah, and when we do it for the 3rd time, it will be time. Okay, 2nd time, 1 last time, and we do it with a bomb to be more swag. Okay.
1 more round of tennis.
And it's time!
Woo! Let's go!
That was so cool.
Well done, Run. That was nice.
Yeah.
Oh my god. That was actually very close to my current
132,
PB.
oh my god.
I think my current PB is like
131, I think, or
31:20. Okay, that's not that close, but
It's still better than all the practice
True.
we did. So yeah.
It's really tight. I mean, I was looking on speedrun.com because I was like, is Inku going to PB here? And,
oh my.
it's
Oh my God.
really tight around that area. So even a 132.42 is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. On a live event, your first live event.
First time at ESA, been going absolutely great so far. The people are incredible, makes me want to speedrun more and more and more. And yeah, shout outs to ESA for hosting me. Shout outs to the incredible Minish Cap community. Shout outs to like the living libraries that are Myth 197 and his wife Hayley, and shoutouts to Kato because of the clip we did earlier. Shoutouts to Command Fenêtre for being my rival in Minish Cap. You're great, man. And yeah, that was cool.
So fun.
Well, we really appreciate you showing it off. I'm hoping that you'll be able to chat with us a little bit over in Studio 1.
Absolutely.
While Tech sets up for the next run in here, which is going to be Sound Voltex. So don't go anywhere if you want to see some rhythm gamey stuff. We'll see you in Studio 1 shortly.
Woo!